Your first safari may look completely different than the videos you've seen online. And that's not a bad thing. In fact, that's what makes it so special. You may wake up at sunrise, climb into a safari vehicle, drive through the quiet African landscape without immediately seeing a lion, an elephant, or a leopard. But that doesn't make it the wrong choice or the wrong safari. It means that it's Africa at its truest, the wild, the unsubscribed, the unpredictable, the full of surprises. The magic of a safari is not knowing what's waiting around the corner, but it's waiting for what you can expect. And what you can expect before you go is important. Most travelers leave for Africa and they really don't know what picture is in hand. They think lions are going to walk through golden grass that's sweeping in the wind. Elephants are going to be gathering near a watering hole. Giraffes are going to be standing against a beautiful sunset, and leopards are going to be resting in a perfect tree for a perfect video. And those moments do exist. These moments absolutely happen. But the documentary and the social media is usually what shows us the most exciting moments in a super long day. You do always want to have peaceful moments before the sighting, the searching, the listening, the guide watching, and the tracks on the road, the anticipation of building inside the vehicle. A safari is not just one dramatic moment after another. It's about experiencing the whole experience leading up to the moment. Hi, my name's Nancy. I'm with Tinker Travel. I've traveled to 65 different countries. I've been to Kenya, Tanzania, and multiple African countries. Africa affected me in more than one way that I expected. One of the most important things I learned in safari is it's not simply checking off the list one by one. It's slowing down, it's paying attention, it's connecting to the landscape, it's entering the animal's world as a visitor. This is not what you experience authentically. Safari is completely natural. You're not in a zoo. You're not going to walk up and just find animals on safari. The animals are free. They go where they want, they rest where they want, and they continue to walk around in the open where they want. And that freedom makes every sighting more beautiful. The elephant herds are crossing the road only minutes before you arrive. The lions are resting gently in the grass. The leopards may be hidden by a tree that you almost look above and miss them, and suddenly your guide points them out. And then there's the entire landscape. You realize the animals, you simply had to learn how to see them. The first game drive. You might be excited and everything's new. The landscape, the sound, the smells, the open air, and you feel like everything is completely different. Your camera's ready, your binoculars are out, and you're waiting. And Africa reveals its first. The first game drive can be quiet. You may notice birds, antelopes, and animals in the distance, but these are the moments that help your eyes adjust. You begin noticing grass moving in the wind. You recognize the shapes underneath the trees. You start listening carefully and notice how the animals blend in around the surroundings. Africa teaches you to slow down and observe the moment. And that's what is important in the experience. What is your guide doing? While you're enjoying the scenery, your guide is constantly reading the landscapes. He's watching for footprints, fresh tracks, disturbed grass, animal droppings, birds making alarming calls, and other animals staring in particular directions. They are listening to the sounds that they most recognize. They are understanding where the animals are searching for water, where they most are apt to be resting out of the heat, and where they have recently been seen. A great guide does all of this at the same time throughout the reserve. They help you understand what is happening around you. They teach you how to notice the details, and suddenly the landscapes looks empty and begins to become live. You should enjoy more than a checklist. Many travelers hoping to see certain animals as they arrive to Africa. Lions, elephant, giraffes, zebras, rhinos, cheetahs, and that's all wonderful in your dreams. But those are not just the ones to be focused on. You might miss the animals that are right next to you and right up front. You may watch an elephant family protecting its baby. You may see giraffes moving gently across the landscape. You may watch animals learning from their mothers. Everything's incredible. You may notice beautiful colors of birds that you hadn't expected. Some of the favorite safari moments involve the animals that you were not on your original list, but instead asking, how How many animals did I see? What moments will I remember most? And then there's the safari experience. Safari days often begin early, at sunrise. The mornings may be very cool, and during the day, you wear layers to wrap in a blanket. Later in the day, it becomes warm, the roads can be rough, the vehicles can be bouncy, the dust can settle on your clothing and your camera. You drive along stretches throughout beautiful landscapes. Those details are the part of the adventure. They make you feel connected to where you are. And when you return to the lodge, you appreciate the comfort even more. Safaris can combine both luxury and adventure. You spend more time of your day exploring the wild. And then when you return to a beautiful lodge, enjoy a great meal, and talk about all your experiences, that's a perfect safari. The quiet moments matter as well. Sometimes the guide may often stop the vehicle. You may sit quietly near a tree or a watering hole. At first, nothing may appear, but the guide's listening, watching, waiting, and you begin doing the same. You hear birds, you notice a movement. The animal is slowly coming into view. The moment builds with anticipation. They make you appreciate seeing them even more. The waiting is not separate, it is the experience. It is part of the experience. The moments that change everything, then suddenly your guide slows down. Everyone becomes quiet. The guide points towards the tree or the grass. The first thing you may see is nothing. Then a lion lifts its head. An elephant walks into the opening. A leopard becomes visual on a branch, or a mother appears with their young. In that moment, you forget the dust, you forget the bumpy road, and you forget how long it took to drive there. You're completely present. Nobody stages that moment. Nobody knows when it would happen, and that's exactly why it feels so powerful. Safari is about a connection. Safari is not about just seeing animals. It is about watching how they live. It's about seeing the animals and the elephants protect their families. You watch the young learn to survive. You notice the herds and how they move. You see patience, cooperation, and communication. Those moments teach about the family, the strength, the survival, and the most important connection. That's why safari often stays with people for much longer after they return home. How to enjoy your first safari? Arrive with curiosity rather than expectations or a checklist. Give the experience time. Ask your guide questions. They love that. Notice smaller animals and birds. Bring binoculars. Dress in layers for changing environments. Protect yourself from the dust and the sun. Be patient. Stay open to surprises. Remember to put your camera down sometimes. Take a photograph, record a video, and then just take a moment with your eyes to see the animal and to watch it. Listen to the sounds, take in the landscape, and enjoy the environment for the moment. My main message is your first safari may not look exactly what the photos are or what you've watched on YouTube. It may be slower, quieter, more peaceful, and more meaningful. You're not watching a performance, you're watching real life experience and the real life environment. Everyday experiences, every day is different. Every sighting is unique, and no two travelers experience the same safari. That's the magic of a safari, is not knowing what's coming around the corner next. I'm Nancy with Tinker Travel. I help travelers choose journeys that match not only what they want, but what they want to experience to make it extraordinary. Tell me in the comments, which animal would you most love to see on a safari? And for more honest advice, first-hand experience, helpful planning, and unforgettable journeys, click subscribe below, and I would love to join you and to create your next adventure with Tinker Travel.